Track tries will be today, tomorrow, and Thursday this week. You can see Coach Gore. Track tries will be today, tomorrow, and Thursday this week. Track tryouts will be today, tomorrow, and Thursday this week. You can see Coach Gore. I can't say it. You can see Coach Gore. You can see Coach Gore. You can see Coach Gore. Coach Gore. You can see Coach Gore.
Why don't you just say Alex?
Coach Eilert?
Eilert.
Eilert.
Deep up in my feelings. Here I go again. We just keep on repeating. Here we go again. I'm so tired, so fed up of you messing with my buzz. You shut down, had enough. I'm just looking for that rush. I'm so tired, so fed up of you messing with my buzz. Locking eyes, we just touch.
Welcome to Eagle Vision for Monday, February 1st, 2021. I'm Brianna Stone, and today's top story highlights our VIP January Teacher of the Month. Our January Teachers of the Month were Miss Allen and Miss Beck. A few days ago, we featured Miss Allen's story here on the show, and today we're going to feature Miss Beck. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Miami, Florida, actually on the south side of Miami, Florida, close to an area called Homestead.
Tell us about your family.
My family, well, I have an older brother, and I had an older sister. She passed away when she was a baby. And then, of course, my parents.
Tell us about your years in high school.
My time in high school was really interesting. I was not very studious. I was more social than studious. And now if it came to a fun activity, I was all in. I was on swim team. I was actually a state-ranked swimmer in the state of Florida. And I enjoyed being part of the marching band and our jazz band as a vocalist, marching band as a part of the drum corps. And of course I was in choir, and I enjoyed all those things, but my studies probably could have used a bit more focus.
What was a pivotal moment in your teenage years?
I would probably say in junior high. We had junior high, which was 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, and I attended a school for the arts. I had to audition to be part, and I was selected to be a member of the area that focused on music, and I really enjoyed doing that, except my 8th grade year, my choir director told me that I would never amount to anything musically, and that he really didn't want me in his program, and the only reason I was in there was because some of the other music faculty wanted me. And that was something that haunted me for a long time. Like when people say sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can never hurt you, that is so wrong. Words are so vicious. And that was something that really, it took me a long time to get over. And it really wasn't until college and my choir director in college, Dr. David Horton, who really just convinced me and showed me that that wasn't me, that I didn't have to live up to those words, that I could go far beyond and do something amazing. And I was not constrained by what that man had said to me so many years earlier.
What jobs did you have in high school?
My parents didn't really want me to work because they wanted me to focus on my studies, which we've already, said that I wasn't very studious. But I was very involved in a lot of things, so I didn't have a whole lot of jobs. However, my senior year, they did get me a car so that I could get back and forth to college the next year. And I had to work to help pay for that. And my Job was at Little Caesars Pizza.
What's the funniest thing you can think of that happened to you in high school?
I'm not even gonna lie, there's several times that I fell and everyone laughed, and not on purpose. I was just clumsy, and I'm still kind of that way today. I'm sure the choir members that are around you can share. But probably one of the funniest things that happened was we had show choir, and we were at a Christmas performance, and we actually had these cards that we had to hold them up that spelled out Santa, S-A-N-T-A, and somehow they got switched around, and here we are spelling out Santa, and it spelled out Satan, S-A-T-A-N. So that we got yelled at a whole lot after that performance.
Tell us about your college experience.
Well, much like high school, I was very social and just kind of drug my feet through and didn't work really hard academically when I received my bachelor's degree. Now, when I went back and I received my master's degree, that was a whole nother story. I was very studious and happy to say that I had all A's and 1B for my master's degree. However, I won't tell you what my grades were for my college experience for my undergraduate degree.
How did you choose the college you attended?
Hurricane Andrew actually helped me select that, and my mother. My first year of college, I went to Florida International University, and then Hurricane Andrew hit, and I ended up going to Miami-Dade Community College for a year. And about that time, my dad ended up getting a job up here with FedEx. So my family moved up here, and I went to school in East Tennessee. I thought that was close enough where I could go home when I wanted to, but not so close I could go home all the time. So that's kind of how I ended up at Lee University.
How did you choose your future profession?
Funny enough, I did get to see my high school choir director many years later, and she was then a principal at a high school. And I went and visited her when I was in town in Miami. And she walked in and she looked straight at me and she said, "Holly Beck." And I said, "Hello, Dr. Seidner." And she said, "It makes sense that you are teaching music because it was about the only class you were serious in." So I kind of just stumbled into it, but I'm very thankful I did because I love teaching and I love being part of the lives of students and just passing on my geeky musicdom. I just love it.
What's something outside of school you're passionate about?
I would probably say I'm passionate about a couple things. I love church and I love participating in things at church. I also love animals, and honestly, if I had a big old farm with lots of land, I would probably be one of those people with 8 million animals because I would keep rescuing them, but I'm not. So I just have 2 cats and a dog, all very spoiled, and I love them very much. And I love musical theater, and I actually am a season ticket holder to the Orpheum, and I get to go see lots of shows when they're in town, and I've even had the opportunity to travel to London and Chicago and New York City and all kinds of places to see musical theater shows. So I love Broadway.
Tell us something you've always dreamed about doing.
You would think at my age I would have accomplished more things on the bucket list than I have. My number one thing on my bucket list for a long time was to travel to Europe and tour the Gothic cathedrals and the castles, and I have done that now, and it was amazing. So the next few things on my bucket list would probably be, I want to travel to Alaska, I want to see the Northern Lights, and probably my biggest dream is I want to go be a spectator at one of the Olympics. I don't care if it's a Winter Olympics, if it's a Summer Olympics. I want to go and I want to be in the crowd and I want to go see the sports that I enjoy watching and just be there for that amazing just feeling of being part of something like that.
What's something students might not know about you?
Well, let's see. My favorite Disney character is Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, and that's been since I was a little kid. I have a Bible degree. Along with a music degree, I have a Bible degree. and I've been on a day hike through the Everglades National Park, which if you don't know what that is, that's the swamp where all the snakes and the alligators are, and you could not pay me to do it again. I'm not even lying.
What's something you love about this school?
I love my students, and I love being here and being part of this faculty. My entire teaching career, this is year 24, but my entire teaching career has been over here. I've been offered other positions at other locations, and I have very quickly turned them down. This is where I've always wanted to be. I enjoy the opportunities that I get to have with my students, showing them different things, going to different places.
Today's featured vocabulary word is contradict. Be in conflict with. Used in a sentence, surprisingly, the lab results contradict the physician's diagnosis. It is now time for today's announcements. Pay attention, we're moving fast. Students, Eagle Vision is now accepting applications for next year's cast. You can apply by logging onto our school website, hornlakehigh.com, and clicking the application link in the center of the page on the carousel. You can also find the application on our website, www.hornlaketv.com. The Early Childhood Education class will be recruiting February 1st. Applications may be picked up in C8 starting Monday. The Early Childhood Education class works directly with the preschool class here at Horn Lake High. Contact Ms. Rook for more information. Track trials will be today, tomorrow, and Thursday this week. You can see Coach Eilert for the physical packet. If you participated in a fall or winter sport, you do not need this physical packet. Students, don't forget if you have a pending COVID test, you should not attend school until you have the results. Students who test positive should provide documentation to the school and follow state quarantine orders. If you have questions, you should contact our school nurse, Ms. Cross. That's it for today's episode here at Horn Lake. We are better students, always growing and expecting more. Stay tuned for your lunch menus and athletic schedules. We'll see you here tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.
Deep up in my feelings. Here I go again. We just keep on repeating. Here we go again. I'm so tired, so fed up of you messing with my buzz. You shut down, had enough. I'm just looking for that rush. I'm so tired, so fed up of you messing with my buzz. Locking eyes, we just touch. Feel our bodies drifting up. I don't know how to be around you. I'm just trying to lose myself. I know that I just can't trust you, but you know me like no one else. Stuck up in the middle, in between you and I. Maybe just a little bit to get me by. I'm so tired, so fed up of you messing with my buzz. You shut down, had enough. I'm just looking for that rush. I'm so tired, so fed up of you messing with my buzz. Locking eyes, we just touch. Feel our bodies drifting up. I don't know